Call him. Bring him to me.
What is happening, Magnus? Just got in from seeing the Wonder Woman movie. Let me give a quick shout out to the Magnus that I ran into that was running the concession stand. What's happening, man? He asked me what I thought after the movie. I said, watch my review. He's like, all right. So, the whole premise of the movie is, Trevor, is that his name? Or is it Steve? I can't remember. Anyway, gets marooned on Themyscira Island. I think we've seen this in the trailer. She finds him, resuscitates him, or he resuscitates himself. Basically, the Amazons find out from him that there is a war going on. And now Diana wants to help stop the war. She believes that Ares is the cause of this war, and she's heard of a special weapon on Themyscira, and she wants to take this weapon and she wants to slay Ares to stop this war and to stop all these millions of people from dying around the planet. And then we have our story. I would like to say that as far as this movie goes, I thought that all the actors were good. I did. I didn't have a problem with the acting whatsoever, and I thought Gal Gadot did a great job as being Wonder Woman. The banter between her and Trevor or Steve, I don't know why I keep mixing up the names, but I think it's Trevor. Could be Steve, but I think it's Trevor. And for all you fucking psychos out there that are like, oh, you got the name of the guy wrong. Fuck you. Okay, so what? I thought all the acting was fine. I thought Gal Gadot did a great job. The banter between them two was good during the movie. There was a lot of I'm not of your world, what is this type of jokes, what does that mean type of jokes, overstepping my bounds as a woman, doing things that a woman doesn't do in your world. A lot of those jokes in there. Visually, it looked very similar to a Zack Snyder movie. Just the color grading and the grit and just the way everything looked like something similar to his movies. Okay, I know it wasn't directed by him, but you could see that they were trying to make everything seamless in between these movies that are in the Snyderverse. They all have a particular look, his look, and I could see that. I would say that the movie was slow moving the first half, but not boring, if that makes sense to you. Slow, but not boring. The action was good when it was getting good. One thing in particular, I had a homosexual couple that was sitting to my left, right next to me. And one of them in particular made it very hard for me to concentrate on particular action sequences, because when the action sequences got on, particularly the first major action sequence, it's in the trailer where she breaks the gun and all that stuff. This dude was killing me. I'm sitting here trying to really get into this. He's all like, oh, 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 oh. He kept doing that. It was just driving me nuts, but whatever. So anyway, the action sequences were good. Movie was longer than I thought it was going to be. Certain people died. I didn't think we were going to die. I would say that she was Wonder Woman. Throughout the movie, she was funny, she was sexy, she was strong, she was powerful, she was fast. She was basically everything that I wanted her to be. So I can say that I'm very happy with the Wonder Woman character, pretty much in how they portrayed her. The movie had its comedic moments, although campy sometimes, but it had its moments, it had the action. Pretty much a lot of what I was looking for. But you know, there's like an X factor that they tell you make someone great. Well, there's an X factor here that is keeping me from absolutely loving this movie. And I'm not sure exactly what it was. I don't know if it was the pacing, or I told you it was slow but not boring. Like, I don't love it, but I don't hate the movie either. I'm okay with it. That's how I feel. You know, I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 woos. And this is going to be mullet style. So let's start talking mullet, which means spoilers, okay? Review in the front, spoilers in the back. That's my mullet style. I didn't expect the dude to die. I didn't expect that. But then again, it was all those years ago, and she's a god, so I was like, well, that wraps that up nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? Ares was Magneto. Don't tell me he wasn't. He was Magneto. Magneto. Okay? Funny looking type of Magneto, because he's that, you know, Scotland Yard, bushy mustache. Like, it's like it totally threw me off. I'm like, this is the God of War. This is what the God of War looks like. She did fly a little bit. Her and Ares did their little levitation thing. I think that we saw her levitate like twice. Especially when she rained down and, you know, took his power and sent it back to him. She was in the air, floating, levitating. That's flight as far as I'm concerned. And at the end, she was flying. I'm sorry, that was flight. That wasn't a Hulk jump anywhere. She's flying wherever she wanted to go. Y'all can argue with me all you want. I don't give a fuck. You know I don't. So, I guess the true test will be when Justice League comes along. We see her fly in Justice League, then we know that she's able to fly. We know that's how she dropped in front of Batman. That's how she dropped in front of him. She flew there. I don't care if she flies on planes when she's doing business. She used her superpowers to get over there. She flew. Okay. I did like that first scene. I like that first scene where she got into the war. The first part was a little extra theatrical to me when she stepped up the ladder and she and then the gay dude messed it up for me again. Oh! Woo! Woo! He just kept doing it. I was like, man, you are fucking killing this for me. So I guess he's a diva watching a diva, so he was happy. So I'm watching this, and, you know, she's going through and I wasn't hyped at this moment. At this moment, it was over the top for me. Over the top theatrics, you know. Whatever you may think of what I like, I don't care, because it's like, there's certain things that work for me and certain things that don't. Some of you will hear me give a review on something. They'll be like, well, you didn't like this, but you like this. That has nothing to do with this. You see what I'm saying? So I'm talking about Wonder Woman right now. And certain things in their context and how they were done in other movies, we ain't talking about that with this movie. And yeah, I know some of y'all do that with certain things, and you know, you don't get it. You don't think properly. You just relate one thing to the other. Well, I'm a superhero, this is a superhero, so if you like this, that means you have to like this. That's not how life works. That's not how minds work. But anyway, so once she started getting on the field and she had the shield and everything, that was a cool sequence, you know, and Trevor, got on there with these men and took out the Germans. And then when she got in there and she started fucking all them soldiers up, that was very, very reminiscent of the warehouse scene with Batman. Very. I really did. That was her Batman warehouse scene moment. You know what I'm saying? As far as the crowd, I want to talk about the crowd. I would like to say, other than the gay dudes next to me go, ooh, ooh, I didn't hear anything throughout the movie. I didn't hear any cheers. I personally didn't cheer myself until the end. I think everyone was happy with the product and with the movie, and you know, they were like, damn, well, at least you made her, you know, I think everybody, you know, yeah. But I gotta say, when I'm thinking of the movies where, you know, I'm thinking of the DC Universe movies that I've seen, starting from Man of Steel, I don't remember hearing any cheering in Man of Steel until the end also. Although I was cheering during Man. You know, I was doing my crazy maniacal laugh and woo and certain things when I was watching. I was grinning ear to ear watching a lot of that. And then Batman v Superman, I remember 3 times specifically people cheering. During the whole Batman v Superman fight, the Batman warehouse fight, and when Wonder Woman showed the fuck up, and at the end. Sorry, so 4 times I remember the crowd cheering during that movie. Okay, Wonder Woman, it wasn't till the end. And Suicide Squad, none. There's no cheering at all. I ain't hearing any cheers at all. So I'm now, it depends on where you go. You know, certain places you go, people don't give a fuck, you know, and all that stuff. You know, I'm just saying in my area, I'm telling you my movie-going experience, okay? If I had to rate all the movies together, I'm going to go with all the DC Cinematic Universe movies, not counting Green Lantern, of course. I'm going to go with Batman v Superman first for me, then Man of Steel, and then Wonder Woman, and then Suicide Squad. So all the 3 of those are my top 3. I enjoyed watching all 3 of them, but you know, I told you I just did not like Suicide Squad at all. Wonder Woman, it gets a pass from me. If I were going to grade it, it would be a C. You know, it's just something about it. It wasn't great to me, but I thought it was still a good job. But I'm not exactly calling it average. Maybe I would call it a C+. You know what I mean? I liked a lot of it, but some of it, I sat like this through a lot of the movie. I did. There were just certain disconnects that didn't exactly work for me, but I was still pleased with the product. I was still pleased with it, but I wasn't overly happy like I was, with Man of Steel and with, especially with Batman v Superman. I was very pleased. Very pleased. But I don't know. I think they did a good job making our Wonder Woman for today, and I'm happy, and I can't wait to see her in the Justice League. And Mr. Snyder, please put to rest whether she can fly or not. Okay, I don't care who said in an interview or not. Okay, because we know they movie makers and actors be fucking with us in interviews, and then eventually stuff happens in the movies, and it's like, wait a minute, I thought you said so. She was flying. To me, levitation is flight. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, levitation is flight. Okay, fuck you floating for it. All right, and at the end, it was no slow motion jump. That was a slow motion jump to flight. Okay, she was flying. Goddammit. Okay, so Anyway, post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed my review, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Of course, if you did not, you can kiss my black Wonder Woman loving derriere. 10 million subscribers. Woo!
You may now subscribe.